Lawnwood Complex. It's a magnificent complex, and we've got two of the fields busy. John Carroll Golden Rams are on the field right next door, and of course Lincoln Park Academy is right here against Bishop Verot. And this, I'll tell you, John Messina, you know this Bishop Verot team very, very well, as when you were promoting the state tournament here on the Treasure Coast. It seemed like they lived here.
They're a perennial powerhouse that they came 3 or 4 years toward us, and they've been a great team, a powerhouse. I know they came the last 3 years to our tournament, and the first year they had the tournament in Fort Myers. But, Lincoln Park has done a great job, and, one thing I want to bring up right now is what a great complex this is.
This is amazing.
And we have to give credit to E.J. Jackson and his crew at Parks and Rec. Look what they have done. This press box is wonderful, but even more, this field is phenomenal.
Yes.
So let's just hope we get this game in tonight with the weather all around us, Greg.
I'll tell you, this Bishop Verot team is a real scary outfit because they seem to, A, love the road, and B, love neutral fields. And Lincoln Park, they haven't done all that well on the road, and neutral fields are only 1 and 3.
Yes, but again, this is when you start thinking,
Yep.
We're 2 games away from the state, you know. And, this is their AD, a good friend of mine, John Justice, is last year. He's retiring. So we're really hoping that, I know the girls softball team under Coach Matthews, we got to give him a great deal of credit. We're hoping he comes up a little bit later. They're going to the state tournament on Friday. And this would be great to get the baseball team and send John out, in a proper way to go out. But we're going to have a great game here tonight, and let's hope the rain holds off.
Wouldn't that be nice? Bishop Verot coming into the game 21-6, and you've got the Lincoln Park Greyhounds coming into the game at 15-10. And the winner of this game will play the winner of Tampa Catholic and Berkeley Prep. And the thing that is very interesting, if, say, Tampa Catholic wins that game, Bishop Verot is 2-0 against Tampa Catholic so far this year.
Yeah, they probably played him in some of the tournaments over there. Tampa Catholic's another perennial powerhouse in the state. But let's see what happens. Now, the one advantage I think Lincoln Park has, sometimes when you're a little bit of an underdog, the big field, and this is a big field. This is a major league field. Kind of negates the other team's power. And, we were going through the lineups, and Bishop Verot has some big-time hitters on their team.
And with this big-time storm that seems to have totally encircled Fort Pierce, the wind is coming in a little bit, what wind there is. You are watching and listening to the 2015 FHSAA Baseball District Tournament and the regional semifinal, with the rights given to WPSL 1590 and WLX-TV. This is a 4A ball game, and once again, the championship rights brought to you by WPSL and WLX-TV, and the rights have been granted by the Florida High School Athletic Association, intended solely for the enjoyment of you folks out there, our listening and watching audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission and the other use of this game without written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited. So it's going to be one real good game, and we've got Patrick Bainey going for Bishop Verot, and Jeff Gerlicka is going to be the pitcher for Lincoln Park Academy. We've got the starting lineups being announced right now by the public address announcer. Both teams dressed out. Bishop Verot clad in their black tops with white pants and gold numbers, and Lincoln Park Academy, well, I'll tell you, they look like the Oregon State Beavers out there. They've got the multicolored jerseys with the orange and black hats.
And everybody goes with those camouflage, a little bit uniforms
Gotta
nowadays,
love it.
right?
Gotta love it, yeah. And the umpires for today's game, seeing that they cannot be from either the Treasure Coast or the West Coast, are from the Mid-Coast. And now our national anthem. our national anthem, and we are about ready to go as we take a look at this Bishop Verot team. And coming into this game as a team, their batting average is absolutely a phenomenal batting average. And a thing that's real scary when you look at this Bishop Verot team is once they hit the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth innings, those are their big scoring innings. Lincoln Park scores fast. I mean, they jump out on top in the first and second innings. But, boy, other than that, Bishop Verot seems to, when it comes to the middle of the game, it's their time.
Well, I would think if Lincoln Park being the underdog has to stay close, okay? They really have to stay close early. Hope that maybe, Bishop Verot hits some long fly balls, and you never know what's going to happen here. But again, this is the time you think you're 2 games away from going to the state tournament.
Jeff Gerlicka, a right-hander on the mound, warming up for Lincoln Park. And again, these umpires are from up north. They're in the Mid-Coast Umpires Association. And we have 3 umpires for today's game. Boy, I can't believe this complex. It's John, they have done such a nice job here. I think it's been maybe 4 or 5 years since Coach Rick and I did a game, and of course we were sitting right behind the screen.
Well, we're talking about next year maybe putting together a tournament, have a nice tournament up there. Parks and Rec has always talked about it. We have 4 fields here. We used to have the Cobra Classic years ago, and we used to have 16 teams, some really top-notch teams from all over the state coming in. And we're thinking about putting one together for next year.
Trevor Kramer stepping up to the plate, wearing number 2 on his black and gold uniform. Center fielder for Bishop Verot. Glad you could be with us, everybody. Bishop Verot coming into the game, 21-6 on the year. Lincoln Park Academy, 15-10. First pitch, beautiful pitch.
Nice little slow curve.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep them off balance. And you know what the highlight of the night is so far? We're inside.
That's
and it's
it.
raining on everybody else.
Hey, so there you go. 0-1 pitch. In tight.
That's another
Beautiful.
slow curve. So see, you got 2 slow curves over, and then now let's see if he does a fastball in or a fastball away, just to keep them off balance.
See, now that would have been my fastball. I couldn't break a pane of glass when I was pitching. Ironically, I can identify a little bit with Bishop Verot. Our high school in Los Angeles was the St. Bernard Vikings. These guys are the Vikings of Bishop Verot. 0-2 pitch. High.
There was your fastball way to just keep them
Yeah.
guessing. Now, notice the Lincoln Park outfielders, how shallow they are. Right
Yeah,
field
they
is
are.
very shallow. He could throw the runner out at first base. Now, normally the wind's coming in from right field, but they are very shallow.
Ground ball back to the pitcher. Over to first base. 1 down.
That's a great way to start. Absolutely great way to start the game. And, he kept them off balance. Slow curve, and then he threw the fastball.
Boy, I'll tell you, the game next to us as well is basically, for all intents and purposes, 2 local teams. You got Benjamin
Yes.
coming up from West Palm,
Yes.
going up against John Carroll. So good attendance here for both of these games tonight. First pitch, a little outside.
Again, he's starting off with the breaking pitch away. And again, if the weather was a little bit better, then I think the attendance would have been great.
Ward at the plate. First baseman looks at a strike.
That was a nice pass. Fastball on the outside corner right there.
So far, very efficient. Very efficient comes to pitching. 1-1 the count. 1 down. We're here in the first. In there, strike 2.
Another fastball on the outside corner. Now I would go back with the curveball. Curveball down in the dirt here. It's a lot easier said than done now. Remember that.
In tight. Backed him out of the batter's box.
I just can't get over how shallow the right fielder is. Very, very shallow. And again, it's really tough to hit one out here in right, but he is not even halfway in right field.
Ground ball fouled off.
Fastball inside there.
2-2. Yeah, it almost looks like, you see these shifts in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Where it really almost looks like a short right fielder in softball or something.
Absolutely. I know.
2-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Picks it up, couple of hops, throws to first in time.
And again, the key to the ball game for Lincoln Park is to stay close early and see what happens. Throw strikes, stay close early, hope the defense does it.
Coach was saying that if Gerlicka can keep the ball on the ground, hit a lot of ground ball outs, he's going to be effective.
Well, you know,
and so far that's what he's got.
That's it. And also in this park, you're going to have a lot of fly ball outs because you're not going to hit one out of here.
Yeah. C.J. Alexander coming into the plate for Verot. 2 down. Pop up to left field, and it's going to be a foul ball and a foul out. So a fly out to left field, and that does it for the first half inning. And you are listening to the FHSAA playoffs on WPSL, and you're watching on WLX TV.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and, with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
We are back here at the Lawnwood Complex, the Gladden Sports Complex here at Lawnwood. And John, once again, I am just amazed what they have managed to do. The partnership with yourself at the school board and St. Lucie County has just been magnificent. They've really upgraded this facility.
We always had a great relationship with Parks and Rec, you know, all the years when we did the state baseball tournament. But EJ and his crew has really taken Lawnwood Complex to another level. I just got a text message from Jill Willette, the AD at Westwood High School, and congratulations to their flag football team, who just defeated Oak Ridge 13-6, very close game. So they are now going to the state finals.
All right.
There, you know, great congratulations out to them. They're going to have a long trip going out of Tallahassee, and what they do is they take 8 teams to go to the state final. It's only one classification, so we wish the girls a safe trip, and we wish them congratulations.
Good stuff. All right, relatively new sport, right? And
yeah, it's been sanctioned about 5-6 years now.
Derek Schwimmer stepping in for Lincoln Park. Be Schwimmer, Neal, and Mejias here in the top of the bottom of the first inning. In there, strike one.
Now, Centennial, we played Lincoln Park twice this year, and we saw them, and this young man can run the bases real well, so they got to keep him off the bases.
Ground ball, over to second, over to first, 1 down. Boy, that was quick.
Well, that's what we want here. But every time I'm with Mike and I say quick game, we end up end up going 13 innings.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Royce Neal stepping in, left fielder, who made that very, very nice catch, although it was in foul grounds. He still ran a long way to get it.
He ran a long way, and what we mentioned, he was playing a little bit shallow, and the ball from the left-handed batter kind of tailed away from him there. But he made a nice catch.
Lefty looking in for a sign and comes in. Boy, that thing was like a balloon coming in there. Ball.
Well, again, what they're trying to do is keep them really, really off balance.
Lefty wastes no time out there. Ground ball to third, picked up, thrown over to first in time.
Well, we watched Bishop Verot during infield practice, and boy, they look solid. Absolutely, positively solid. And they made a little bit of tough play right there, looked pretty easy.
Chris Mejias about ready to step up to the plate. You know, sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play it. Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair.
And talking about sportsmanship, Lincoln Park is one of the schools in St. Lucie County that has won the Sportsmanship Award. I know Centennial has won it a few times. Lincoln Park has won it. Westwood is nominated for it. I think Westwood won it a year before.
Time called now. The batter stepping back in. 2-0 account on Chris Mejias.
And this young man works fast for Verot, huh?
Yeah, he does. He wastes no time out there.
Now, one thing we got to remember, Greg, okay, if the game gets rained and one team is winning, the home team is winning after 4.5 innings, or the visiting team is winning after 5, it is a complete game. There's no more suspensions. Okay, years ago, they used to suspend the game and you have to come back and finish it. Now, if you get to 4.5 innings or 5, it is a complete game.
Good to know. Because we got rain all around us. I'm amazed that this game is being played. Obviously, for folks who've been listening, understand the Martin County game had to be postponed due to rain in Martin County. And they also had a team from the West Coast,
right,
from Gulf Coast, Naples.
But they made a decision early to knock it off.
No, actually, they made it late in the afternoon. Now, the early one was Jensen Beach,
right,
and that was down in the Miami area, and they just got blasted down in that area early on, and that game was canceled around 10 o'clock this morning.
Now, I wonder, because we're supposed to get some pretty heavy rain tomorrow morning, the drainage on Martin County's field, hopefully they'll get it in tomorrow, because it'll be tough for them going Thursday, Friday.
And that was walk over to first base.
The catcher, number 24, Emilio Lopez.
Lopez, the catcher, coming up to the plate. And I guess you and Mike Thomas will be working tomorrow night, Martin County, if there's a Martin County game tomorrow night.
So I'm doing back-to-back, huh?
There you are, man.
Is that in my contract?
Yeah, that's in your contract.
Okay, back-to-back's in my contract.
Yeah,
I'm just checking.
You'll get a raise.
Okay, I get a free hot dog tomorrow. Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Well, I don't know about free, but discount.
Discount.
Swing and a miss. Boy, that was a nice fastball.
Let's see. Usually left-handers have very good moves to first. Let's see if Lincoln Park tries to make something happen.
Most left-handers had good moves. I did not. Lefty delivers in the dirt.
You don't have to have a good move if you don't let anybody on base, right?
No, I let people on base.
Then you better have a good move. I hope you had a good move.
My ultimate game, and I've told this story before, was against USC when I was at Loyola UNLA. Gave up 19 runs. Now, the USC pitcher gave up 22. So, I mean, it was the end of the week. We were totally dead. I mean, both teams had played 5 games, and it was like there's nobody in the bullpen for either one of those schools. So it was like, oh, man, brutal.
So I would guess you didn't win the earned run average title.
Not quite.
Okay, just checking.
Wind up pitch, and it's hit out to left field, and it falls in. Base hit.
That was a nice swing. He went with the pitch, which was low and outside. He went with the pitch to left. So this is a chance, like we talked about before, for Lincoln Park to get momentum going. Okay, now we have a pinch runner coming in for the catcher here.
Ian Claudio stepping into the plate. And, you know, you look at this Lincoln Park team, and again, as we talked about before the game started, you know, the first couple innings are big innings for Lincoln Park, and they have been all year. This team is batting .332. I mean, this is a serious scoring club early in the games.
Now, we played them twice, and I think both games they jumped out in front of us.
First pitch outside.
Now, I'm watching the second baseman and shortstop. I mean, you don't like to try to steal third, but if they're going to give it to you, even with 2 outs, you go. Okay, he's going over once, and that might be it. So you break off after he goes over once.
Greyhounds on first and second, swing and a miss.
That's a nasty curveball to a lefty. That comes right at you and then dives in. A nice pitch.
1-1 the count, 2 outs. 2 Greyhounds on. Glad you could be with us for this FHSAA game between Bishop Verot and Lincoln Park Academy. Swing and miss.
That's the same pitch.
Oh, man.
And What do you think
When did
he'd
he pull
throw
the
again?
string on that one?
I throw the exact same pitch again. He missed it twice by a foot. I mean, that's tough. I mean, it's really not.
That's a
you know,
wicked
we're
pitch.
kind of in the twilight here, too. It's really hard to pick up the ball.
1-2 pitch. Swing, and he tipped it then.
I
Throw to
think
first? No, he missed it.
He
but-
missed it.
But strikeout, throw to first, he's done. And that does it for Lincoln Park Academy in the first inning. And we will be back in 1 minute. You're listening and watching the FHSAA semifinals.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and, with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
Tonight's game, the 2015 FHSAA Class 4A Baseball Championship, sponsored by Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership that's more than middle and senior high schools, and it's all committed to ensuring that the Florida school and student athletes can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment. Florida High School Athletic Association, building leaders through teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship.
Bishop Verot batter has worked the 2-0 count.
Rich Nizza at the plate. 2-0 the count. Pitch on the outside corner. Nice.
There's that slow curve that has been working. He has been getting that slow curve over all night tonight.
Verot's on base percentage so far this year has been .412. Yikes. Ground ball.
That's trouble.
To short, throw to first, safe.
The reason I said trouble right away is because it was a little bit of a hesitation on the shortstop. It would have been a tough play anyhow, but that runner got out of the box real quick, and it took a high hop. Now let's see. I guess Coach Waters is going out and just questioning, did he come off the base or did he beat it out?
It's called New York. Get New York involved in that videotape replay.
Get the replay.
What do you think of that?
I think it's a delay of the game.
Okay.
I think we went 100 plus years with umpires making 99% good calls and 1% bad ones, and we got to live with the 1% bad ones, you know? Let's see if Bishop Verot puts on something here.
Tony Tejeda, designated hitter, batting left-handed. In the box, one runner on. Niz is at first base. Following an infield hit to deep short. First pitch in the dirt, ball one.
Again, with these batters, with the averages that they have, I mean, it sounds simple, but you got to stay ahead of them. I mean, if you fall behind and they start looking for their pitch, it could be trouble.
Righty delivers, and it's a ground ball to second. Could be a double play. To short and over to first. It is a double play. Nice play.
Now, they turned that very well. Very, very well. Second baseman gave a great flip. Shortstop made a great turn, and the first baseman scooped it up. So that was great by all three infielders there. So again, this is where Lincoln Park gets the momentum. The longer they stay with them, the better, and they look pretty sharp right now.
And he's keeping the ball on the ground. That's the key.
You said that before the game started.
Righty delivers on the outside corner. Wow. Nice pitch.
Yeah. He looks pretty sharp. He looks pretty. I really like that slow breaking ball to keep them off balance right there.
Gerlicka delivers outside.
That looks good. So since I don't know these umpires, and they're not going to see this telecast, I could be a little critical, right? I can't do it for our guys because they watch it all the time.
Right, he delivers.
You know, I'm not going to criticize any of our umpires because we might get them next game and they're going to look at me and say, John, you know.
Ball 2-2-1.
No, I'm only kidding. They're doing a good job.
2-1, the count. 2 outs. We're here in the top of the second. Bishop Verot up. Gerlicka delivers outside.
Now we got a 3-1 count. You think that double play was big?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Huge.
That was huge. Especially if you get a walk here.
3-1 the count. 2 down here in the second for Verot. And did he call that a strike?
He called that a strike.
He did. Oh. Okay.
The runner was halfway down at first. You know, years ago they had a rule. It was only winning there for 1 year. If you left the box, if it was a strike, then you get another strike.
The pitch, ground ball to the second, over to first in time, and that does it for Bishop Verot. And a very, very unhappy batter on that play, no doubt about it. Very happy Lincoln Park Academy got out of that jam, and we head to the bottom of the second. You're listening to the FHSAA playoffs on WPSL, and you're watching WLX TV.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
Well, you're looking at our exclusive WLX radar. Actually, want to thank the folks at Channel 12, our television partner of WPSL, and that radar looks real ugly. We have got rain all around us here, and hopefully it's going to stay away from here. But boy,
very impressed with this technology here.
Ooh.
But all I know is we're inside.
Ryan Boulderstorm comes to the plate. Ryan was one of the finalists for our Young Floridians contest, and I happen to be one of the judges of that campaign there. Lefty delivers quickly again.
You and your wife Carol in there all the time, right? For the
Actually, you know, she handles all of the scholarships for the Rotary Club of Port St. Lucie, and I've been involved with the Young Floridians for 20 years. You know. I've done judge the athletes every year, and this year our average GPA of all of our jocks who came in the 7 schools was 3.65.
Makes you feel good.
Woo,
I know
sure does.
That makes me very proud as an athletic director, no matter what school that is, you know, and it represents our county. Because, you know, they're not athletes, they're student athletes, and I think we have to remember that.
Yep. Lefty delivers, swing and a miss. He's done.
And another congratulations out to the Lincoln Park softball team that'll be playing in the state finals on Friday, I think around 11 o'clock. It's a tremendous accomplishment for Coach Matthews. They beat some really good teams. Getting there, we wish them very luck. They're playing very close by over at Dodgertown in Vero Beach. So hopefully everybody can go up and watch them play.
Next up at the plate, and it's in center field for a single. Apluquese.
The Verot pitcher, he's a good pitcher, but, you know, Lincoln Park has been putting the bat on the ball so far. And again, a game like this, and I hate to say it as a coach, but you got to be thinking this could be a 5-inning game with our Storms coming up. So you got to play and get that run. You got to play for that one run, and you might only be playing 5 innings.
Robert Williams, third baseman, going to be stepping in. Couple of common opponents for these two teams, Clewiston and also LaBelle. And boy, I'll tell you, it was a field day for Bishop Verot against Clewiston, winning 12-0 and 10-2 in their two games.
And Lincoln Park was thinking exactly what we were thinking. They're trying to move that runner over, trying to get ahead. You know, could we be playing 5 innings? Hopefully not. But again, that's a possibility, because I think once it comes, it's going to come.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It's getting real dark here. The lights starting to take shape here at the Gladwin Complex. Nice bunt down the first base line. Pitcher picks it up, throws to first. I think he's safe.
He's safe.
Yep.
That was an excellent bunt. Very, very good technique. Let the ball hit the bat. Okay? Pitcher made a little bit of an awkward throw to first base. I think even if the first baseman caught it, he was off the base. So now we got first and second with one down. Okay? What are we going to do here? Probably the same thing, I would think.
Drew Apple-Yese stepping in.
Or you have the other option. You want to move them over first and second, to second and third, and then you have one chance to bring them in, or you try 2 chances to bring them in from second base. Again, you got to know your hitters.
2 on, 1 down. In trouble is this Bishop Verot team. Throw down to second base. They got a rundown going. Runner to third. He's out.
Absolutely excellent play by the catcher. A lot of times, if you're a base runner, you can't go on a bunt until you see that ball being placed on the ground. The runner was a little bit too aggressive there. Catcher made a superb play. Second baseman picked it up right away, and a really snap throw to third. So you take a potential rally and kind of simmer it down a little bit. And, you know, it took me 2.5 innings to realize we got a monitor in front of us, and I could see the game a lot better by looking that way. Because it's starting to rain. It's starting to rain right now. Yeah.
2 down. Throw over to first. Not nearly in time.
Again, if we get rain, unless we get to 4.5 or 5 innings, it is suspended. After that, it's a complete game if one of the teams are up.
Lefty delivers. Fastball way outside and high. 1-1 to count. Now, okay, the athletic directors, I think both kind of agree that if there's no lightning, they may play through the rain.
Well, right now it's out of the athletic director's hands. It's in the hands of the umpires. Unless the athletic director, I know what I would do is I would meet with the umpires before the game, saying, hey, you guys make the calls on the field. But if I see lightning, I'm going to be the first one out here to let you know.
Pitch is fouled off.
I don't think it's going to be lightning tonight. Again, it's a shame because of the weather, because we probably would have had a tremendous crowd here tonight.
Pretty fair crowd now.
Pretty
Despite
nice
the rain, you know?
Despite the rain.
Lincoln Park Academy. 1 man on, 2 outs. Lefty delivers. Beautiful pitch.
Nice pitch. Tied him up.
Struck him out. And that does it for Lincoln Park here in the second inning. And the score at the end of 2, it is 0-0 as we head into the third inning. You're listening to the FHSAA playoffs on WPSL, and you're watching WLX TV.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and, with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
We are back here at the Gladwin Sports Complex at Lawnwood, Lincoln Park Academy, and Bishop Verot. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Now these pitchers are really speeding it up a little bit. I wonder if they're thinking the same thing with the rain coming.
Yeah.
But no, the kids are doing a nice job hustling on and off the field. And again, a lot of times that's controlled by the umpires.
Corey Castellano at the plate for Bishop Verot. We had no clue on that pitch. 0-2.
His off-speed pitches are really terrific.
Nice job by Gerlich out there, isn't it?
Very good job. Slow curve, keeping him off balance.
Righty delivers.
That was close.
Close.
That was close.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I couldn't tell if the batter was off balance or he thought it was strike 3 walking to the dugout there.
Maybe. Boy, umpires don't like that.
No. You stay here, you follow the pitch in, and then you go.
Of course, the umpires don't like it when you throw at them either. I did that once.
You're giving me a bad name, Greg. You really are.
Hey, I had a checkered career as a left-handed pitcher. Righty delivers, fly ball out to center field, and he's got it.
And I think he's throwing pretty much the minimum amount of pitches so far.
Blaze Alexander.
Now, you know what I noticed? You're doing the old-time scorebook, which I'm very proud of. Mike brings that
Mike's
iPad.
got the new iPad.
The iPad.
I don't understand
I said,
that stuff.
Mike, suppose electricity goes off one day or the battery dies, then you're stuck, okay?
Hey, man, you're working with a dinosaur here.
But I like that. The only problem is, if your pencil breaks or something like that, you get a new pencil. But it's supposed the power goes out with the iPad. That's I don't know. I got to do that with him tomorrow night.
Or if the sun's out.
The sun's out, you can't see it.
Pitch line into center field under the glove of the shortstop, and it's a single for Alexander. So it's second hit against Lincoln Park here this afternoon.
My son AJ just texted me. He said he can't find you on the radio. I said it's 1590. It's one of the better stations out there, right?
I think we're streaming on the web too.
We're
I think it's
streaming-
worldwide. I think it's worldwide. It is worldwide.
Oh, that's going to be
Ground
tough.
ball to third. Throw to first. In time.
Now, that's an excellent play by the third base.
Wow, that was a great play.
Now, you know what I really liked? You had the shortstop and the left fielder come in to cover third base on that. I mean, everybody was moving. You had the right fielder backing up. You had the center fielder coming in. Very, very proud. That was a great play by Lincoln Park all the way. Now, otherwise, they did move the runner over. But Lincoln Park did good on that.
But there is 2 outs.
There's 2 outs.
Gerlich looking back at second. Boy, nice lead there at second base. Pitch on the outside corner. Nice pitch.
See, again, Greg, sometimes you got to do unconventional baseball. Conventional baseball says you don't steal third with 2 outs. Unconventional baseball says, look at the lead I got. I got 20 feet right now. Go. See if he'll throw the ball in the left field.
0-1 pitch. Ground ball between second and third.
That's going to be hard now.
And boy, there's no way in the world they're going to get him at first. And needless to say, the runner at second moved to third.
Now, here's the heads-up play by the shortstop. Not throwing the ball. There was no play. And I guarantee you that runner who had such a big jump was going to try to come rounding third and come home on that. Okay, but that's a great play by the shortstop. Now, Coach Waters is going out to the mound because we have first and third, okay? So they're putting their plan. And again, if I'm Verot, I'm going to try and make something happen here, even with 2 outs.
First time tonight that we've had anybody 90 feet away from home plate. Confab out there on the mound.
90 feet is the longest distance, though.
That it is.
From third to home. Absolute longest distance on that.
You remember Rick Dempsey?
Absolutely. Absolutely. For the
That
Orioles, you start with the Yankees, then want the Orioles.
That one rain delay.
Yeah, when he did the
And he slid into home.
don't get any ideas. I'm not doing that during the rain
Oh,
delay.
yeah, that would be very cool. Craig really wants us to do that.
Craig wants us to do that, right?
That
During the
would
rain.
be cool. Yeah, but you'd ask for clothing allowance.
I would.
Oh,
As-
that play never works out.
I was just going to say that.
Fake throw to third.
That
to
has
first.
never
That's-
worked.
No.
Now, how would you like to be the first guy that gets caught on that play? That has never worked. How would you be? That would be such an embarrassment. I'm the first guy in history ever get caught on that play.
Oh, first pitch. Where was that? Oh, ball one. Whew. Looked pretty good.
Again, I'm looking at the situation. I don't know these hitters like their coaches do. But if he throws another slow curve like that, I can walk into second base. Okay.
Bishop Verot, man on at first and third. Throw over to first.
Now they were thinking the same thing I was thinking.
Keep 'em honest.
Keep them honest.
You betcha.
Again, I got a funny feeling this is going to be a real close game. So you got to make something happen here.
And make it happen early. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
I'm sending them. Maybe not this pitch because I think this is going to be a fastball, but I would guess the next curveball I'm going to send him and see if something happens there.
You can see Tommy Lasorda suicide squeeze.
The 2 outs.
Hey, make it happen. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Throw to first. He's
Nice
got
play.
it.
Real nice
That's
play.
it. Nice. And that does it. Boy, that snuffed out the Bishop Verot rally. They left 2 men on base. And the score at the end of 2.5 here, it is 0-0. Lincoln Park and Bishop Verot.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educators resources, and with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
Lincoln Park stepping in. We're in the third inning of play, and I think the key so far for Lincoln Park, they have left 3 men on base.
The pickoff was huge last inning.
Yeah.
That took them out of the rally here. Now they have the top of the order up here again. Very, very quick moving game. It's getting darker and darker, Greg.
Schwimmer, Neal, and Mejias. Can we say the lights are out? No.
Don't say that. They might go out here. No, don't say that now.
No, the clouds are getting really, really dark around here. Lefty delivers. Fouled off on the left side.
Now his breaking pitch, the pitcher for Verot's breaking pitch, the left-handed hitters is really tough. Comes right at him and it just kind of dives down a little bit. It's a slow curve. Both pitchers are not overpowering, but are very efficient. I think there's only been one hard hit ball all night on both teams. And that was a fly ball to left field.
That it was.
And it was a foul ball, but it was hit hard. Yeah.
And as you mentioned before this game, this is a major league layout here at Lawnwood. There's no doubt about it. Huge field. Huge field.
Bigger than a major league park. I think it's 345 down the lines, 390 in the gaps, and like 410 to center. This is bigger than most major league parks, and especially with that wind coming in from the east. Okay, so wind's coming in directly from right field.
Lefty delivers, ground ball to second, throw over to first in time.
Now to bat.
One down, Neal coming in.
Royce Neal.
Royce Grounded out to third base, his first time at the plate tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think they play on Friday. So whoever they have going today is probably gone for Friday. You know, but this time, because they only played one game last week, they should, you know, both pitching staff should be real rested up.
Patrick Barney delivers in there, strike one.
You know, again, both pitchers working very quick, keeping the hitters off balance.
Lefty delivers on the outside corner this time. Work him inside, work him outside.
That's it.
Ooh, that's the way to do it.
It's location,
Yep.
and another location.
0-2. Fouled off, straight back.
He just tipped that because he just tipped that off of that.
Wow, he was so late on that.
Yeah. And again, he's throwing that slow curve on the outside. Now I would come in with the fastball inside to him, really mixing it up right here. Throw that fastball inside to the left-handed batter.
0-2 pitch.
He did, but he fouled it
off.
down on left field line. Swung a little bit late on that.
And notice that he's getting a little bit more deliberate too.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
Because I mean, he wasted no time in the first couple innings.
Well, you know, he's seeing these batters for the second time, too.
Right.
So, you know, I guess talking with his pitching coach, he's got an idea of what they're throwing.
Ground ball down to second. Nice toss to first in time.
And you know, again, he threw that fastball in on the hands, really didn't hit it well at all. But again, you know, both pitchers doing a fabulous job on that.
It's a fourth infield play in the second. We had two by the second baseman, two by the third baseman for Bishop Verot.
You made a great point, Greg. We have a wet field out there. You know, obviously we're going to have a wet ball out there, and both teams are playing flawless so far. Now we'll have an error in the next play. But
yeah. Lefty delivers it right down the pipe.
No, both teams are playing. And again, now looking for Rowe's left fielder.
Yep.
Look how shallow he is. So, I mean, and the right fielder. Center fielder's playing, you know, what I would consider normal high school depth. But nobody except for that fly ball down the left field line has hit the ball hard.
Yeah. Mejias walked his first trip to the plate. Looking for his first hit. He's 0-2. 2 down. Here in the bottom of the third. Lefty delivers high. 1-2.
Again, mixing it up, you know, inside, outside, up and down. That's what you have to do.
1-2 pitch. He set up outside, and the pitch was outside.
You know where the catcher made a mistake on that one?
He went too far outside.
He went too far outside, and he popped up. He popped up too quick. Hold it and frame it for the umpire, and you might have got the call.
And ironically, Mike Redmond, who's the Marlins manager, was a catcher.
Right.
And his guys do that. And his pitchers throw right to the pocket outside. It's amazing.
Yeah, Mike was Alex Fernandez, my former player's catcher when he played for the Marlins.
Okay. Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah.
And they're starting to play well now.
Yep.
They're starting to play well. You know, if they stay close and they get Fernandez back, Jose Fernandez back.
2-2 pitch. Ground to short. Picks it up. Throw to first in time. Boy, that was a nice short hop on the part.
Great play by the shortstop.
So 1, 2, 3 ground outs in a row here in the third inning. And that does it. We played through 3. And the score at the end of 3, 0-0 here in the FHSAA playoffs.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and, with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
And just a reminder, our WLX telecast will be on Wednesday and then up on YouTube, right, Craig? It'll be up on YouTube. What? Thanks a lot. Toss me under the bus. That's okay. Not a problem. Not a problem.
Craig's waiting for the rain delay that we have to go out and amuse the crowd here.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. It's not going to happen, Craig.
Come on.
No.
You're not going to slide?
No. I got to do a game tomorrow. You got me on back-to-back.
That's okay.
That was in my contracts, no back-to-back.
You can change your shirt.
I don't know, but back-to-back.
I have a little brick dust on it, but what the heck? Kurlicka delivers. Swing.
Now, suppose somebody wins Friday. We're going to do back-to-back-to-back?
Yeah, interesting question.
See, now I got you thinking here.
Yeah.
We're going to
That
do
game-
back-to-back-to-back there.
That game tomorrow will be on WSTU, our sister station. Righty delivers. Fouled off to the right side.
So I got to save my voice all day tomorrow.
Yeah, well, you can't yell at anybody at the school.
Yeah, I never yell at anybody. I'm not coaching anymore. Again,
What was it? Jill on your show, hey, coach, was talking about her demeanor as a coach. I just can't imagine her yelling at all.
she was a very good coach, great athlete.
Righty, real high.
You know,
Fastball that really sailed.
very slow, deliberate motion. I think that's what's keeping them off balance.
Alexander fouls it off.
You ever notice how the coaches go for the balls when the foul balls?
Sure.
I mean, I always used to make a deal when I was coaching third with the third baseman. Very, very simple. Anything hard hit, you grab
You
it.
get.
Anything slow, let me look good on that. Let me go down and get the ball, right? The hard hit ones, I said, you got to get that.
0-2 pitch. Ground out to first base, and he's out.
They're getting those ground balls, Greg. You
Yep.
call that shot. I remember, I think my first or second year of coaching, we played Jackson High School down in Miami, and they had two players that were pretty good. Rafael Palmero, who had 500 home runs.
Oh, I've heard of that guy.
And,
Yeah.
and Lenny Harris, who he had the pinch hit record. One of
Yep.
the most wonderful
Lenny,
human beings.
yes, very
Lenny-
much so.
Lenny used to help us coach a lot, and Lenny was at third, and Lenny would never shut up. We had the conversation. I don't think we even watched the game. We talked about everything, and then years later, when he made it and he played with the Mets, I came up and saw him a few times. But Lenny used to take everything. He said even the slow ones he would save me from.
Boy, was that a curve. That was a gigantic balloon floated up there, 2-0.
2-0.
Lenny Harris was, I think he was part of the stuntman crew on the Dodgers, the 88 champion Dodgers. Ground ball to second base. Bobbled a little bit, but throw to first in time.
What is the total number of ground outs now? It's tremendous. I mean, he's doing exactly what you were saying. Did you talk to the pitcher before the game? I think you did, Greg.
Hey, it's the 8th ground ball so far.
8 ground balls, and we are 2 outs in the top of the 4th. That's phenomenal. Now the outfielder's falling asleep, but that's good.
Tejeda coming to the plate. He's the one that ground into that double play.
Which took Verot out of their only chance
And
so
it
far.
did. Ground ball to short. Long throw to first, and it's out of the hands of the first baseman. And all of a sudden, he's looking for the ball, but no advance. So,
That was a tough play. I'd give that a hit on that.
yeah, definitely an infield hit.
Yeah, I think if the first baseman had to do it over again, he would have tried to grab the ball and then come down on the base rather than stretching and try to stay on the base. But I think we'd give that a hit on that.
Mike Ritchie coming up to the plate. The catcher.
Now, again, we got 2 outs in the 4th. You got to make things happen right now. Don't sit back. This is not going to be a game where you're going to get 5, 6 hits in a row. Make something happen. 2 outs. Okay? Try to steal a base, and you got this guy leading off next inning if you get thrown out.
Kurlicka in the stretch, looking in, fouled off.
As I'm saying that, he's got about a 3-foot lead at first, so I don't think he's going anywhere. Now, it could be pretty muddy out there, too, because we have had the sprinkles and a little bit of heavier rain, earlier this afternoon. But, boy, EJ did a great job on this field. Absolutely tremendous.
That he did. Boy, beautiful clouds. We must have sun behind us because they're bright pink
Yes.
in their stripe.
Doesn't rain on my parade, Greg. Not during ball games. Rest of the time it does, but not during the ball games. And it never rained during a baseball tournament. We had 108 games in 4 years, never got one rain down.
You know, the one thing that I don't care wherever I go in the state and talk about our baseball tournament here, they all mention the ground crew.
Oh, Tommy Bowes and his boys,
ground
they
crew.
were great. They were great.
You know, we ran into situations when we went over with South Fork and Port St. Lucie and Sarasota that were atrocious.
Yeah. Well, that's
Ground
trouble.
ball.
He didn't run. He didn't
Pitcher
run.
throws to first. Yeah, and boy, that was a bizarre play.
Well,
Mike Ritchie just stood there at home plate, and he probably assumed the ball would roll foul. Not so. All of a sudden, pitcher picks it up, throws him out by a million miles.
The first thing I said is going to be a tough play, and then I saw he never left the batter's box.
Woo. Holy smokes. What a play, and a very alert play on the part of Gerlicka on that play. So all of a sudden, yet another Verot rally or potential rally snuffed out by Lincoln Park. And that does it. We're at the end of 3.5. You're listening to the FHSAA playoffs on WPSL, and you're watching WLX TV.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
Baseball fans, the best game is yet to be played, and that's going to be at the Baseball Championships, and that's at Jet Blue Park. So it should be a lot of fun. So we invite you to head on over there and Jet Blue Park. That's one of the newer parks, right? Right, John?
That's about 7-8 years old. It's an exact replica of Fenway Park.
That's right.
Exact
That's right.
replica.
Yeah. Lefty delivers, swing and a miss.
The lefties are having a real hard time off of him, you know, because he's starting that breaking pitch in on their hands and just dropping down.
Next pitch hit into left center field. That is going to be trouble. It's in for a single.
Outfielder did an excellent job cutting that off. Grass a little bit wet, so it didn't really take off, but that was the hardest hit ball so far. Now, have we figured out if Lincoln Park does win, are they going to be home, or we don't know that for sure yet?
Good question. I don't know. So this is the first time in this game that Lincoln Park has led off an inning with a hit.
So now let's see what Coach Waters is going to do. We're going to move the runner over, and again, we're guessing up here. He knows his hitters. He knows his batters. Can they drop down a bunt or not?
Lopez was 2 for 2. He's on at first base. And did he hit him?
He tried bunting
No.
real late and found it. Now remember, they have a pinch runner in for the catcher there.
Right.
So, you know, hopefully that's a guy on base that knows what he's doing there. Third baseman is going to be in a lot. So if you're going to drop one down, I'd drop it down to first.
Claudio struck out swinging a couple innings ago. Bunt attempt goes all the way back to the backstop. Runner takes second.
Now, that's a great job by the batter because, again, when you're sacrificing, it doesn't mean you're going to sacrifice no matter where the pitch is. That pitch was low and in the dirt. Batter did a nice job, now it looks like they called a strike on it. But anyhow, he pulled his bat back. and ball got past the catcher. So now you got the runner on second. You're going to still try to bunt him over.
Lefty delivers, and it's hit back to the mound. He caught it on a line drive, so he's out. Runner standing pat on second base.
A little bit lucky there, Lincoln Park was, they moved the runner over without bunting him over on the pass ball.
21, Ryan
Bouldersdorf struck out swinging his first time up.
Right, Ryan's, mother Linda has been the swim coach at LPA for many, many years. And his father John was the head coach there, was assistant coach there. So I would assume Ryan knows what he's doing.
A lot of tradition.
Yeah, good people.
Boy, this would be a great time for Lincoln Park to rally. Lefty delivers. I think it's outside.
Well, again, you score now. Now you put the pressure on Bishop Verot. Now you got to start coming back. And, start squeezing it a little bit last 3 innings.
Dancing off second. Pinch runner. And the pitch is beautiful right down the plate. 0-2. Signs coming down from that third base box.
Let's see how they're holding him at second. Not much right now.
Boy, nothing right now.
No,
he's way off the bat. There they.
But they're only going once, Greg.
Lefty delivers, swing and a miss.
They're
down on strikes.
They're only going over once. So what you have to do is, if you can time that after he goes over once, you take a half a step back, and then he's not going over again. Then you go.
Now the problem for Lincoln Park, if they leave another man on, that will be 4 runners that they've left on here in the first 4 innings.
In scoring position.
Exactly. Appalachia up.
Big hole on the right side, Greg.
Huge hole on the right side. Swing and a miss.
He was trying to go that way, too.
Yeah.
He was trying. I think he saw the same thing we did. That was a slow curve. Second baseman, for some reason, he's got to hold the runner over, but you got to break back to your spot. There's a tremendous hole on the right side.
Drive several semis through that hole. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Semis, you could run the full trailer through that hole. That's a big one.
I don't think in a normal situation you ever see this type of formation.
No, you don't. Now, the only thing, they have the right fielder, as you said. He looks like he's playing the second baseman for David Ortiz.
Yeah.
Batting against, right?
That's right.
He's playing very shallow and right. So, base hit to right field, that's going to be tough to score on. Again, but what are you going to do in a game like this? You're going to take a chance and try to come in on it.
Runner at second, taking his lead. Pitcher looks back, and his 0-2 pitch. Ground ball down to second base. Hit a little toss over to first. In time, and yet another Greyhound left on base. That's 4 through 4. And we are still scoreless. You're listening to the FHSAA Championships right here on WPSL, and you're watching on WLX TV.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and, with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
Boy, and for those of you watching on television, is this a shot or what? Sunset. Whew, and it is beautiful.
So the
myriad of colors.
The rain stayed away. The rain stayed away for us here.
And a reminder that the FHSAA is on Facebook and on Twitter now. How about that?
So one day I'll figure out how to get on those things.
Gerlicka delivers and a fly out to left field. He's got it. One down.
I mean, Lincoln Park must have did a pretty good scouting job because they were right in the right spots. You know, the left-handed hitter, they were playing him opposite way for a left-handed hitter. That was a nice job.
Third baseman stepping in for Bishop Verot. Interesting name, interesting guy was Bishop Verot. He was a Civil War bishop in the Savannah Diocese who wound up coming to Florida and was here in Florida during some very obvious troubled times during the Civil War. And yeah, founded a school. How about that? Huh?
So I know what you were doing all afternoon looking this up, right? So when we go on Jeopardy and you come up with Bishop Verot for 500, you can get that, right?
That's right.
Yeah. I'm very impressed. I'm
I
very
do my
impressed.
homework.
That was excellent. I thought he played third base for the Dodgers.
Yeah. Righty delivers in there. Strike. 3-1.
I'm very impressed, Greg. I'm going to ask Mike that question tomorrow night and see if he knows that. And I'll look it up on his iPad during the game.
Hey, I hung out with the Jesuits for a while till they threw me out of Loyola U. Pop up the shortstop. He's got it for the out. So all of a sudden you got two pops here in the fifth inning.
You know, we're not getting a lot of strikeouts, but we're definitely not getting a lot of hard hit balls.
No. And neither pitcher is throwing many pitches, which is, I mean, this has been amazing.
They're not overpowering, but they're getting ahead of the hitters, and they're using location. What else can you ask?
Sure. Malt is at the plate for Verot.
It's getting a little
Looks like
dark.
a strike.
It's getting a little dark in here, huh? You can't see the score.
I can't see it. Yeah, see, this is where Mike's iPad comes
No,
in.
this is where John comes out with his phone that's got a flashlight
That's-
on it. You never knew that, right?
Actually, I've got one too. You know, and I actually do have a small light that I use at Lawnwood Stadium.
You know, I'm going to buy you one of those hats with the light on
That's-
top. With the light on top. I'm going to buy you one of those hats.
Well,
Just for
Craig
you.
said he was going to get me a light for my GoPro that's on my beanie.
Don't start with the GoPro.
0-2.
Don't start with the GoPro.
0-2. Ground ball to second base. Deep second. And that eats him up.
That would have been a tough play. Again, notice the grass kind of being a little bit wet and the mud kind of, he didn't have real good traction going over there. I think he would have beat it out cleanly.
Another infield hit.
Now, the last game when we were doing Jensen Beach and Treasure Coast, we had the GoPro behind home plate on the field, foul territory, obviously, and the umpire never saw it. So I'm taking bets what inning it's going to get hit. I had the fourth, just missed.
Can you say taking bets on WLX?
I'm taking
You
bets.
just did. Oh.
I didn't,
Pop up
I didn't
to
mean
short right. Second baseman dives to the ball.
He caught it.
And catches
What a
it.
great
Wow.
catch. What a great catch.
Yes, it was. Wonderful play on the part of the second baseman, and all the players come out of the third base dugout. Boy, you thought they just won the World Series there on that play.
That was the play of the game so far.
And it is, and it was a huge play. So Bishop Verot does not score again. We're in the fifth inning. It's 0-0. We're here in the FHSAA playoffs.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
Actually, we can turn the lights off. That's okay. I do have my little
Okay.
pocket flashlight here.
Explain the situation. What's going on?
I
man.
can't even see
We
out in
can't
the field
see
right
because
now.
the lights are
We
on,
better turn the lights off, guys.
but we can't see outside.
No, we can't see a thing.
Oh, now
There
we
we
can
go.
see. Now you
we
got your
can.
flashlight on.
Now I got the flashlight on.
Now, going back to what I said with the GoPro, we weren't taking bets. We were making assumptions
That's right.
that
Certainly.
the GoPro was going to not make it through the 5th inning.
That's right.
And you know what happened? It made it through the
It
5th
did.
inning.
It did. Yep.
Now, so you have your little camera flashlight out so
Yeah.
you can see the scoreboard,
Yeah.
scorebook.
First pitch in there.
Now, Mike would have his iPad out. Now, wait a minute.
That's right.
Craig's filming you now. Look. Craig's filming you. You know, sometimes with a nothing game, we got to do this. It
That's
hasn't
right.
been really. I mean, it's been a great game. Not too much excitement, but a great game. Except for that catch, that was phenomenal.
Drew at the plate for Lincoln Park. First baseman. He's seen tons of action today. And there's strike 2.
But
0-2.
I'm very proud of you. You called this shot before the game about the ground balls. That was terrific.
Yeah, I've done my research.
You need something. You need
All 5
something-
minutes of it.
You need something I didn't know.
Ground ball. Hit out to right field. And that's in for a single. And the crowd is really getting keyed up here as Lincoln Park gets a single.
And we're going to have a pinch runner here.
And actually, that is the first relatively hard hit ball we have seen tonight. Schwimmer coming to the plate. He's ground out twice from second to first.
All right, Greg, what do you think here? We got left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. It's going to be tough to hit. I'm thinking they lay it down now. I mean, he's been doing this all night.
Lefty doesn't even look at first. Ooh, that's the 6-foot plate. Outside strike. Holy smokes.
So you agreed with the call?
No.
Okay, I was just checking.
So I said it was a 6-foot
I
plate.
haven't.
Holy smokes. Pitch way outside. That was almost in the same spot.
That was 6.5.
That was 6.5 feet out.
Now remember, we do not know these umpires.
That's right.
Okay. But they have done a great job, seriously.
1-1. The count. 1 down here in the 5th inning. Fouled off. 1-2.
Greg, if he would hold his motion a little bit, the runner's inching off. If he would come to a set at different times and hold his motion a little longer, he can pick him off. But he's coming the same time, like 1-2 and holding it. If he would hold it 1-2-3, yeah, I think he'd get him.
He looks over there.
He was
Foul
going.
off.
He was
Yep.
going. They had to hit and run on. So now what I would do is vary your looks again. Now I come 1 and throw over. Because you held it 1-2, you held it 1-2-3. Now you hold it 1 and throw over. And you might be able to get him. He's trying to time you.
Drew taking the lead off first.
And I know who's got a good shot at him too is the catcher. Because he's going way off after the pitch.
Throw over to first. Not in time.
On the first look. So
Yep.
he heard me. I'd still be sending him though. You gotta don't let things
Gotta
happen.
make things happen.
Make
Yep.
things happen.
Yep.
All right. Teams that let things happen are not playing this time of year.
We used to have a manager of the California Angels by the name of Gene Mock.
Yes.
And man, you talk about a situational guy. This whether it's station to station, whatever, it's make it happen.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do to make it happen. And it was small ball, ground ball to second, over to short, got him, back over to first, not in time. Whoa!
We're gonna have an argument on this one.
I don't know. Boy, that was real close.
The point I had, if the runner would have been in motion, they wouldn't have been able to turn the double play because the second baseman would have been breaking over. So by putting the runner in motion, you could have broke up the double play and had a runner on second.
Royce Neal coming to the plate.
Boy, the coach took his time walking out there. I think he was thinking what he was going to say on the way out. That was the slowest walk I ever seen to see an umpire. Really. He took about 30 seconds to walk out there.
Royce Neal.
They're not going to change the call.
No.
There's no way. I mean, it wasn't like it was an appeal for somebody else. That's just a judgment call.
Royce Neal coming to the plate. Ground out to third base and then to second base.
But they did get the lead runner. They did get the lead.
Did.
Right? So that's what counts there.
So Schwimmer on at first base and a fielder's choice. There's 2 down. We're here in the 5th inning of play. 0-0, the score. Boy, this has been a good game. Throw over to first, not nearly in time.
Now, that wasn't his good one. The good one's coming up. Okay, let him take a little bit more and then give him the good look. Now, is that light going to stay on all night?
I don't know.
You got a battery?
Hope this doesn't run out my data plan or whatever. Bunt attempt, fouled.
Not sure we get candles after that?
I don't know.
Huh? Looks like we're making a novena.
It is a Catholic school,
I know.
so I mean,
we could put the candles up here.
We don't have to genuflect in between innings, do we? No. 0-1 the count. 2 down. We're here in the 5th.
I got to know the people at Bishop Verot pretty well when they came to the state tour. Good people. Very, very good people.
Lefty delivers. It's fouled off.
The lefties, if you notice, are bailing out on anything close. The breaking pitches, they're really bailing out. So I would play the lefties opposite way all the time.
Runner goes, and a ground ball to short. Throw to first in time. Easy out. And that does it. 6-3 if you're scoring along with us, and that does it for Lincoln Park Academy in the 5th inning. And here we go to the 6th. 0-0 the score. You're listening to the FHSAA playoffs. You're watching WLX TV.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
Well, I'll tell you, this has been what we expected from 2 really, really good teams as we're getting deeper into the playoffs here in the FHSAA.
Very well played game.
Yeah,
very, very.
no doubt.
Defense has been tremendous. Pitching has been tremendous. Hitting not so good, but that has to do with the pitching and the defense.
Gerlicka delivers outside. 0-1.
Now we said the clouds and the rain are rolling in.
Oh yeah, there's
so
no doubt now.
Here's the story. If Bishop Verot scores, Lincoln Park must bat. Okay? You have to bat or it's a suspended game. If Lincoln Park scores and the rains come, it is a complete game and it's over.
Gerlicka in the dirt outside. Wow. 3-0.
Now this bat is not coming off his shoulder. In fact, I take the bat and put it in his pocket. Okay? You're not swinging. You need a runner right now.
So is this his first 3-0 count?
First
so
3-0 count. I think it's first 3-ball count.
I think it is. Outside, ball 4.
Okay, now what batteries is coming up here? Well, Coach Waters going to the mound, which is a smart play because they're going to have something on here. You got to put your flashlight on to see the scoreboard.
CJ Alexander is going to be coming up to the plate.
Okay.
He flew out to left and grounded out unassisted to first base. So all of a sudden, Thad Ward on with a walk. This is going to get very, very interesting for Bishop Verot. Niz is coming up, followed by Tejeda. And once again, as we were talking about the larger innings, if you will, for this Bishop Verot team, John, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Now I saw something I
Big
haven't seen too many times in a baseball game. They had a meeting on the mound, and the outfielders came in. That was unusual. So they got the big hitters coming up now.
Yep. 3, 4, and 5.
So I don't know if you really bunt him over. I don't think you bunt him over. Oh, he hit that one.
That's no bunt.
That's no bunt.
Way over into right field.
There was one.
And all the way to the wall. Runner round and third, heading for home. 1-0 Bishop Verot, and a triple for C.J. Alexander.
He grooved it. And there's what happens, Greg. You go out and you throw 4 straight balls. Your coach is going to go out there and says, get ahead of the hitter. He was set dead red on that fastball. He clobbered that one bounce off the fence and right.
Richie Nizza stepping in. He got an infield hit his first time at bat. Grounded to second base in the 4th inning.
Now this is probably a 400 hitter, and we just made him a 500 hitter because the infield's coming in.
So we're here in the 6th inning of play.
They have to come in. They can't fall too
Righty
back.
delivers, beautiful pitch, swing and a miss.
Now this is what you're looking for here. Just hit me a fly ball right now.
Sure.
Okay.
Nobody out.
Nobody.
Man at third.
And if I'm the runner, I don't take a chance on the first one. I don't take a chance with no outs. With 1 out, yes, but not with no out.
0-1 pitch. Runner
Where's he
almost
going?
at home. Holy smokes. Fly ball. And it falls in. Center field. All of a sudden, runner coming in. Or did he catch it?
Now let me tell you.
Did he catch it? Did he tag? Yes, he did.
Let me tell you what that play was. They had a squeeze on. He missed the squeeze sign.
Oof. Yep.
He came all the way home. The ball was hit out to left center. The left fielder made a great catch. The runner had to go all the way back, tagged on third, and came home. Lincoln Park just appealed if he left early, and the umpire said safe. But that's a play I've never seen. He was
He was almost at the plate.
and he swung. That was a right-handed batter. We almost lost him.
Wow.
That was very, very unusual. But that was a miscommunication that worked out for him. Because usually when you're on third, Greg, and there's a fly ball in the outfield, you don't move off that base. You go back and tag, okay? And Verot really lucked out. It was a great play out there. We're missing that the Lincoln Park outfielder made. But what happened was he was flying home on a squeeze. Now, either the batter or the runner missed the sign. But that could have been disaster. If he swung and missed, we might have lost the runner coming in. But sometimes things just work out.
Umpire calling time. Batter back in the box. 1-1 the count. 1 out. 2 runs in for Bishop Verot here in the 6th.
And those were the
Nice pitch.
two hard-hit balls.
Yeah.
Back-to-back all night. That's why you're not going to bunt with your 3-4 batters. You know, coaches know their batters. You know, we're saying, man, maybe move them over. No, he knows that's his best hitters.
Nice pitch in there.
Well, now
1-2.
he's going more to the breaking pitches. I mean, that third batter just swung at that fastball. He was sitting on it the whole time.
1-2 pitch in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-2. Glad you could be with us. This has been a really, really good game. And after looking at the CBS 12 radar, we're going to be real fortunate to get this puppy in.
Well, again, as we
There's
mentioned,
no doubt about it.
Lincoln Park must bat. They have to bat to make it a complete game.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Because otherwise, if, say we got torrential downpours, it reverts back to the last complete inning.
Catcher Mike Ritchie stepping up to the plate for Bishop Verot. He's ground out twice, once to second, and pitcher to first. So for 5 innings, and I think if this were to go to Bishop Verot, I think Lincoln Park would have to be thinking what might have been with all the men that they left on base so far.
And the leadoff walk, Greg.
Yeah.
That was the key right there.
1-0 pitch, fouled off.
Because he just grooved that fastball. That was his worst pitch of the night. He has been pitching a tremendous game against a very, very good hitting team. And that's the one fastball they left up, and boy, he ripped that.
How many times do you coaches talk about leadoff walks? Ground ball into left field for a single.
Every single practice. Every single practice. That's the worst. You're giving them something for free. Okay? Let them put the ball in play. You know, there's sometimes you got to pitch around batters, but not the leadoff guy.
Yeah. Corey Castellano.
Now, with 2 outs, again, you're up 2-0 now. Now, again, make something happen. Okay? Worst thing, you're going to go into the bottom of the 6th, up 2-0. Make something happen. Send that runner. Put the ball in.
Really? So 2's not enough for you, huh?
I like 3.
Yeah, I know. Insurance run.
I would take 12 if you can give me 12.
Well, they've done that several times so far this year.
Several times. I was never content until the last out was made. I was pretty bad when it came to that.
One-0 pitch in the dirt.
It's funny, we were up at the athletic directors convention up in Orlando yesterday, and I saw a lot of my former players who are now athletic directors up there, and you know, players that we played against through the stadium, and it's a lot of good memories we were talking about.
Got a pitching change. For Lincoln Park. Conversation with the home plate umpire. I think we do. Maybe not. Do we have a new right fielder, maybe?
I think they brought the right fielder in to warm up.
That could be.
To warm up, okay? Because he's doing a great job. But you know, one of the things about the state tournament up until 1988, one of the 4 teams in the finals would be the host school. So that was pretty cool. You played a lot of pretty nice small towns up throughout the state.
2-0 pitch.
Geez, I remember playing in Leesburg, playing in Tidersville, playing in Avon Park, playing in Claremont, you know, and then they centralized it. But when one of the 4 teams was hosting, it wasn't like people were rooting against you. They were rooting for the home team. But I thought that was a great concept back then.
3-0 pitch in there. So you won how many state titles at Pace?
5.
5. Wow.
That's
amazing. That is amazing.
Great players and great coaches. I just sat back.
Yeah, right.
Good people. I worked
no
with.
chance. 3-1 pitch. In there. No, wasn't. It was outside. Okay, so he walks him, and we have 2 on with 2 out. Alexander coming up.
Catcher's going out to the mound, stalling a little bit, and we were right. The right fielder came in just to warm up. He's warming up in the bullpen. You know, again, 2 you can come back from. 4 it's going to be really tough to come back.
Bouldersdorf is warming up now.
Yeah, that's why they brought him in.
Blaze Alexander coming up to the plate for Bishop Verot. Wow, this would be awfully tough if they can get a single and score another run.
Yeah.
Be awfully tough for Lincoln Park. We're here in the 6th inning. This has been a great game.
Yes.
Time called.
Very, very, very impressed with the defense. And, you know, 1 bad pitch, Greg. That's all it was. 1 bad pitch. And I think they're going to make the change now. But, boy, he pitched a great game.
Bouldersdorf still warming up in the
I
bullpen.
think he's coming in now.
We have one more toss in him, and that still a discussion going on out there
No,
on the mound.
they're taking their time.
They're really and the umpires are not rushing the situation at all. I think if they saw the weather radar, as we've seen up here, they might want to move it along a little bit.
And again, they have to finish Lincoln Park's at bat for it to be a complete game. Even though it's a 6, if the rain comes, you have to complete an inning. If the one team scores, if it was a tie score, one team goes ahead, the home team must bat, or you have to revert back to that inning. He's leaving them in.
Wow. Boy, you wonder if he's just run out of gas. Home plate umpire now going to be talking with his
Well, now the
second or
umpires
third base.
The umpires
umpire.
are giving him more time now, Greg.
Yeah.
Now, what did he say? Boy,
I don't know, but now the home plate umpire is coming over to talk to the Bishop Verot coach. Huh. And we're I don't know what that was all about. 2 down. We're in the 6th inning.
and now he's going to make it. Now he has to make the pitching change
Oh, yeah.
because he's going out now.
So Bishop Verot scoring the only 2 runs of this game here in the 6th inning.
That was a 10-minute pitching change, by the way.
That it was.
Boy, he pitched a great game.
Gerlicka pitched a really, really good game. And as you said, 1 pitch.
One bad pitch.
Yep.
One bad pitch.
Bouldersdorf coming up on the mound. Boy, he's a big kid, too.
Yeah.
It's got to be something if you're a normal-sized batter coming up against pitchers really big.
How about that relief pitcher the Yankees got now, Betances? He's
Oh, yeah.
He's 6'10".
6'10", yeah.
6'10", throwing 97, 98.
Well, Randy Johnson was how big?
Brandon, 6'11".
So, yeah, yeah. I kid a lot of my friends in L.A. You know, I had the real great fortune of being on the Dodger crew for the '88 championship run, and one of the 3 producers for our 5 postseason specials at Dodger Central and Fox 11, and that was just an amazing experience. And you know, I think one of the biggest thrills of that year was Oral Hershiser. You know, when he had that scoreless streak going.
What was it, 50-something?
And yeah, and he broke Don Drysdale's record,
Right.
you know, and it was great. We were in the third base dugout at Candlestick Park, and Big D comes over and just gives Oral a big bear hug in the dugout. It was great, and you know, it was so genuine. You know, like he broke a record that no one thought would ever be broken, and Drysdale was appreciative. He was, you know, I remember we were talking about that in Montreal later, and he was just saying, you know, if it was anybody else,
Yeah.
but he said Oral Hershiser was just the best.
No, it's a member of the same organization, too, you know?
Yeah,
That was a big one, too.
Sure.
When we get a chance, describe Candlestick Park, the coldest,
Oh.
coldest baseball park in history.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Bouldersdorf delivers,
You're
swing
right.
and a miss.
You're right
Yeah,
on-
Candlestick was, you know, it was funny because at the time I was wearing contact lenses, which is the worst thing you could do at Candlestick. 90-mile-an-hour winds coming right at you, and you're right out on Candlestick Point in San Francisco, the windiest place in 3 counties. It's totally different, ironically, from the Oakland Mausoleum where the A's play. which has got to be the worst ballpark in the history of civilization.
That's with the big foul areas, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, it was one of those multi-purpose stadiums. Fake throw back to second, diving the runner back. 0-1 the count. Relief pitcher Boulder Surf in there.
You know, Mike Thomas and I always talk about how things go in cycles, and ballparks go in cycles too.
Sure.
Okay. You have the old ballparks, then we went to the new modern ones that were all symmetrical and AstroTurf. Now we're going back to the old parks again, or designs by the old parks. You know, and I like it when it's non-symmetrical.
Do you?
Yes, I do. I like it when it's short down one.
Tough as a player, though. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2. 2 down. Boulder Storm wants to just stop the bleeding here.
Well, you need a strikeout right here. That would be excellent.
Lincoln Park now trailing 2-0. We're here in the 6th inning of play. The FHSAA playoffs. Righty delivers, swing and a miss. Got him.
They got that strikeout.
7 men come to the plate in the 6th inning. 2 come across the plate. Bishop Verot strikes first. 2-0. We're here in the FHSAA playoffs, heading to the bottom half of the 6th inning. We'll be back in a minute.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
Well, we have got a 6-hitter, my friend, as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Look at this. Look at this shot in the dark. Oh, this is great.
I can't even see me. I wish we had the candles.
Can't we afford to pay the light bill already?
That's unbelievable. I mean, they got this beautiful press box.
This is beautiful.
But if we turn the lights on, we can't see outside.
Right. That's right.
We might do better. You ever think of that?
Yeah. Fly ball out to right field and caught by the right fielder. Wow. Speaking of efficient pitching, 1 pitch, 1 out.
This is where you got to take some pitches, okay? You got to get your runners on base. I mean, don't be that aggressive now. I mean, he's been right around the plate all night, but you got to take some chances and see. Maybe he'll fall behind 1-0, 2-0. And we got a little bit of rain out there. I can see some umbrellas popping up.
Yep. Lopez 2 for 2 in this game at the plate.
But being safe inside, I'm not feeling it. Now tomorrow night I might get it, right?
You might. And you'll be outside.
Is that in my
Swing
contract too?
Yeah, well, you know.
Now here's the other thing too. They have to finish this inning to be complete. So if I'm Lincoln Park, don't be in that much of a hurry. If the rain is really coming. It looks like it is.
Delivers, swing and a miss. Wow.
Now, if I'm on the other end, if I'm Verot, I'm not even throwing that ball around the infield. Just get it and throw, because once you get this out, we got a complete game.
Ian Claudio coming to the plate.
I can't imagine an umpire stopping a game 1 out away unless it's lightning.
Yeah, it's starting to come down now, and this was about the time that we were looking at that.
You have been very good tonight. You have called the ground balls. You have called the weather. Extended my contract.
Your 1-day contract has been renewed.
I know. I got 2 days. I'm looking forward to tomorrow with Mike.
Well, see, you'll be working with a professional with Mike. Lefty delivers 0-2. In there, strike 3.
And now we have a complete game. That had to be the quickest inning in history, right? There was about
Holy
minutes.
smokes. Yeah, and 2 strikeouts. Fly ball on the first pitch. Doesn't get any better than that. 1-2-3 is that inning for Lincoln Park. We're going into the final inning, 7th inning. Here as, boy, look at that rain. If you're watching television right now, it is really starting to come down. We're heading to the 7th. It is 2-0 in favor of Bishop Verot. We'll be back.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and, with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
Well, it is absolutely pouring out here. Both teams have been taken off the field by the umpires, and it's Bishop Verot leading it by a score of 2-0, and it is really coming down now. And as we were looking at that, we were going to see some of the lovely colors of the radar, the oranges and the reds, and oh, was it beautiful.
Well, yeah,
Not for baseball, but
I just decided to play the game was Verot getting the 3 outs in about 2 minutes to make it an official game. That was very, very good thinking on their part. But we might be here a while, Greg, so I hope you got some stories.
Well, I think you're the guy that has the stories. I mean, oh my goodness. As we take a look here at the radar, and it does not look good, but it's not going to get any better tonight than it is right now. So this is
So this is going to be an overnighter. Now you're going to have to add to my contract if I go past 12
midnight
o'clock here.
baseball. Gotta love it. Midnight baseball.
I mean, it's unbelievable. This is bad. Now again, can the field be repaired because you don't have a tarp? I'm trying to see the score of the other game down there with John Carroll and Benjamin. I can't see that either. But look at that radar.
Yeah. If you're watching on television, you can see we've got, thanks to the folks at CBS 12, yeah, this does not look pretty at all. But, you know, if it just stops a little bit, they can at least get in the, last 6 outs of this game,
And again, I really want to give credit to Verot because if this rain came 5 minutes earlier, we do not have a complete game.
Yeah.
Because you would have to revert back to, you would have a suspended game, but not a complete game. So, you'd have to finish it up. But, say it stopped and it was 2-0, they didn't complete that inning. It's not official then, so you'd have to come back and finish the game. Right now, it's an official game. If we don't go back and complete it, that's it. And we got a lot of the crowd leaving, too, because it is coming down.
Now, I'm not sure whether that's our crowd or the John Carroll crowd next door. I mean, obviously, we've got back-to-back fields there, and there's a total of 6 fields in this magnificent complex. Yes. And over on the other side of the street, on the other side of Quincy, is beautiful softball facilities over on the other side of the street.
And then you got the football stadium over here that holds 5,500 people.
And then soccer on the other side of that.
I mean, this is the best. I mean, you got to be really proud of St. Lucie County putting this together, and it looks terrific. I mean, there's very, very few counties that have a facility like this. And I keep thinking if we ever get the state tournament back, which maybe one day we can host, you could probably play, the semifinal games on this field here.
Sure.
I mean, you could bring in some stands here. We could put this will hold 1,500, 2,000 people, with just people down the lines both times. So that's something that, hopefully down the road, that's something we might be able to pull off.
Well, and what's very interesting too. And I was talking with the softball coach at IRSC, and we were talking about the facilities up at Dodgertown.
Yeah.
And the college, State College Association had their tournament, softball tournament,
Right.
up at Dodgertown. And they were just singing the praises of, what Craig has done up there. And having known Peter O'Malley as long as I have, to have him buy Dodgertown back was truly amazing. And of course, Craig Callan is still there, and he's the one constant. We may be getting the guys back again. The umpire just said, hey, look, just got 6 outs to go. Let's do this thing. So not quite so sure the Lincoln Park coach is too enamored with that, but that's the way it's going to happen.
I think he might be the other way, Greg. I think he's got to play. He's losing. Verot's guys, might be saying it's a little bit too wet. But now here's where some mishaps are going to happen because that infield is very wet. You want to put the ball in play now. Now you might be dropping a few bunts. It's going to be tough to run because those bases are going to be extremely muddy out there. But you want to make something happen. And again, only 6 outs away. And, boy, the Verot pitcher really put it up a notch last inning, huh?
Yeah, and I really think that, we're in a situation now with the Treasure Coast where things are starting to get better in the business community.
Yeah.
I really think if we could take another run at the FHSAA, that we could get that tournament back. You had a cooperation of athletic directors, coaches, you name it. It was like it was this unbelievable synergy with all concerned. And the umpires, it was like, I don't think I heard a complaint in all the years that we had that tournament.
We shouldn't have lost it. That's my opinion. I'm going to wait till our new superintendent, Mr. Wayne Jen, comes in, and I'm going to talk to him. And if he gives me the go-ahead, then I'm going to go out to the community and try to get it back. I know Paul Tagliere over the Mets is in favor of it.
Paulie's, you bet. He's 100% behind it.
It was just great. We played 108 games in 4 years. We had about 40,000 spectators, over 2,000 players and coaches, and not one problem. But I had a great group of people working, a lot of former coaches. I know Mr. Lynch, John Lynch, our principal at Centennial, was so supportive of the tournament, as was, your radio station giving us so many promos. There's your bunt, Greg.
There's a bunt down to third base. Picks it up, throw to first. Ooh, he dropped it. Woo.
But again, now that is coaching, just what we talked about. Lay the ball down on the wet grass. Make something happen right away. Now, you know what I'm doing right now, Greg? I'm doing the same thing again. Okay?
Well, yeah.
Lay it down.
You got a wet field, somebody going to slip picking up the ball?
Lay it down. You got a fastball pitcher. He's a good pitcher, but he's throwing that fastball right over the plate. Make something happen. It's tough to throw a breaking pitch now with your hands being wet, It's going to be a wet ball no matter what.
Righty, very deliberate throws outside. Was it?
So everybody's thinking the same thing that we're thinking, which is not much thinking.
It wasn't a pitch out exactly, but it was close.
It was close. They might put a play on now where the first baseman will charge. They'll pitch out, and the second baseman will go behind the base.
Boulder Sower looking 1-0, throws over to first, not in time.
Now, that was a variation of that where the first baseman faked that he was charging. Pitcher took a little extra time, and then when the first baseman came back to first, and they threw a pickoff there.
Leaning in, staring over at first. Now he's ready to go. Big righty delivers in there. Beautiful pitch. 1-1.
He was looking to bunt there. We got 1-1 on that. I'm trying to look at the scoreboard on that.
Lincoln Park down 2-0. We're here in the top of the 7th. Here at the Lawnwood Complex. Throw over to first, not nearly in time.
This might be a good time for hit and run, because they're moving around for a bunt defense Infielders moving around, put your runner in motion and swing away.
Nobody out. Foul ball.
And again, when you're sacrificing, you bunt on a strike. He's been bunting on balls. Okay? If they're going to walk you, that's just as good as a bunt, if not better, because now you got runners on both bases. But if you're bunting a sacrifice bunt, a strike. And that last pitch was not a strike.
1 for 2 tonight.
I still like the hit and run right now.
Kramer, one of the big batters for this club. Bunt, strikes him out.
So he missed 3 bunt attempts.
Yep.
That was a nice pitch by Boltosov. Real nice pitch right there.
Yep. Ward stepping in. And he was the fella that was the leadoff walk last inning.
Yep.
He was 0 for 2 coming into that.
We got the big guy on deck now, so they better get this guy out.
Pitch out. Throw to first. Not in time.
I don't think they'd be going straight steal because it's just, I think, too muddy out there. Again, you don't want to put him on first and second with the big guy coming up on deck.
Yeah, you've got C.J. Alexander,
Yeah, boy, you hit that
who has a
one.
hit of the night.
There's that play, Greg.
There it is. Yep. Throw down to second base, almost into center field, but he went up the ladder, caught the ball, and tagged him out.
Now,
Nice play.
Here was that play. First baseman charged. Second baseman went to first base. They did a delayed steal to try to counteract that, but the catcher made a great throw, and then shortstop made a great play and tagged him out. It was an excellent play all the way around.
Caught stealing 2-6 if you're scoring along with this.
Now, if you get the batter, Alexander doesn't get up, which is what you want. And here
Nice
comes,
pitch from
here,
Overstone. Wow.
here comes the rain again.
Yep.
Now, do we have windshield wipers on the windows here?
No.
It's not in the budget.
No, it's not in the budget.
So I'm going to have to renegotiate now.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Throw another breaking pitch and you got him. One more breaking pitch, I think we'll get him.
2 down. We're here in the 7th inning. Bishop Verot leading it 2-0. The righty delivers. Ground ball to short. Picked up. Throw to first. Got him. That's it for the 7th inning for Bishop Verot. But they're leading it by a score of 2-0 as Lincoln Park Academy is down to their last 3 outs. We'll see how it goes, and we will be back. You are listening to the FHSAA playoffs, and you're watching WLX TV.
Great news! Your St. Lucie Public Schools has created an app available for you to download today. It's easy. Just go to your online app portal and search for St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you have downloaded the app, you have handy access to St. Lucie Public Schools news, calendars, athletic events, parent resources, educator resources, and, with just a single swipe, contact information and website links for all public schools in St. Lucie County. In addition, this app provides you with the ability to follow us on Twitter. Here you can receive more frequent information and real-time happenings in your St. Lucie Public Schools. Download the app today.
And we are back here at the Lawnwood Complex. And quick dry is being applied to both home plate and the mound. You know, that never bothered me. Little mud. Now, if I was slipping and sliding out there in the mound, when you're only throwing 45 miles an hour, it doesn't make much difference, you know?
I knock it down to 40.
It did knock my speed down to 40, that's right.
Patrick Burney is pitching a great game.
Yes, he is.
This is a pitcher. I mean, I don't think he throws a pitch harder than like 80, 82, but his location is just terrific tonight. He works quick. He gets ahead of the hitters, and I've been very impressed. The left-handed hitters have not had a chance against him.
Look at him warming up, though, and I haven't noticed this the entire game. He's got a little hitch,
Yeah.
and it's just on his back leg. It's just like a little tiny hitch, but obviously certainly doesn't bother him, that's for sure.
And one thing I'm going to say, I know we kidded around a little bit, but the umpires did a great job tonight.
Yes.
They have done a great job. We're always going to kid around with them, but they've been excellent. They've been totally in position on every play, and they made the right calls.
Bouldersdorf, Apuliese, and Williams coming up to the plate for Lincoln Park. This
Now,
could be the final 3 outs for Lincoln Park in their season. They're 15-10 coming into this game. And the thing that's absolutely amazing is that you look at this Bishop Verot team, they have played 30 playoff games. Isn't that amazing? 30. Yeah. This is the 8th
you know when
playoff for Lincoln Park.
When I first started coaching at Pace, there was an unlimited amount of games that you could play. This is in early 80s, mid 80s, and then they put a limit on it at 30. But I remember one year we were 35-3 going into the state finals.
Wow.
And the team we played in Leesburg was 39-2.
My goodness. Pitch fouled off.
We'd
1-1.
We'd start playing middle of January, play your 3 games a week all the way through, and play some tournaments in here. Then they cut it down to 30, then they cut it to 25, and now our county's down to 22, which is it's fine. But we played a lot of ball games.
1-1 pitch, way outside, ball 2.
Now remember, back then there was only 4 classifications, and only the district winner advanced. So I kind of thought it was a little bit tougher back then. You only get one team out.
2-1 pitch, and out to left center field. That's going to be trouble. Picked up by the center fielder and quickly brought in, and we've got a double. Bouldersdorf.
Now they do have somebody down in the Verot's bullpen, and what Lincoln Park's got to remember, that runner on second is not the runner that means anything. It's the next runner, the guy at home plate. So if you're the runner on second base, you're taking no chances whatsoever. Let's see if Bishop Verot's coach goes out to the mound. They do have somebody warming up here. But that was big. You start off with a double.
Yep. And the Greyhounds have left 5 men on base during this game. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third and fourth. So a total of 5 men left on base in this game. That was just the 7th hit of the game.
And that was a very hard hit ball.
Yeah.
That was the hardest hit ball for Lincoln Park tonight.
Lefty delivers. Pop foul.
I don't like swinging at the first pitch. Wait for your pitch. You're the one that's got to get on base. And also the Verot infielders, don't worry about that runner on second that much. Play your positions. I always would tell my people in a close game, my players, never let the tying run get to second base. The tying run's at the plate right now. So you got a base hit. And if it's going to be a close play at the plate, don't come home. Throw it into second so that tying run never goes to second base.
Lefty delivers. Swing. 0-2.
Now he swung the 2 balls, in my estimation.
Oh, wait, yeah. This one was way outside. 0-2 the count. Pugliese had a single to center back in the 2nd inning. Grounded to second base in the 4th inning. Here he is in the 7th. In there, strike 3. He looked at, and that was a beautiful pitch.
That was
Whoa.
a great pitch.
Whoa.
Bernie did
Hot looking.
a great job on that. Outside,
Yep.
inside.
Williams coming up. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Again, man at second base with 1 out for Lincoln Park.
Again, Bishop Verot outfielders, ball hit, a base hit, go right to second base. Okay. That's got to be the key. Now they're going back and they're not even holding the runner on.
Boy, that right fielder still looks like a softball second
Well,
baseman.
You know, Greg, I don't know in this situation. You want the ball in front of you. I mean, he puts it over your head, then he's on second base.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost a situation where no doubles. The first baseman's really, really off the line too. I would have him closer to the line.
Fly ball to right field.
It's over his
Going
head.
back, and it is over his head. We were just talking about that, playing too shallow. All of a sudden, a quick throw back into the infield. We've got a double. Bouldersdorf is at third. 2 men in scoring position for Lincoln Park Academy.
Well, I hate to say it, but I rest my case. Should have been a little back further, and that's a catchable ball.
That's
and
right.
It's 2 outs. I mean, I don't understand that. We had a runner on second. They got to third. I mean, he had to go halfway because he didn't know if he was going to catch it. I mean, I can't see that clear because we got a lot of raindrops on our window, but it looked like that was a catchable ball.
Oh, sure. If he was in a normal position in the outfield, but he has been playing shallow the entire game. That caught him.
So now you got the tying run on second, a potential winning run coming to the plate.
This is Drew Apuliase, who is 1 for 2 tonight.
The more I'm thinking about that play and looking at everybody's position, that looked like it should have been caught.
Runner way off second base. Pitch way outside. Ball 1.
Now this is where you hold the runner a little bit on second because that's a tying run.
Ooh.
He's going to score on anything.
Yeah, but he can't go anywhere with a runner at third.
No, but he can get a big lead at any hit in the outfield. Now he's still shallow and right.
Yeah, very. Actually, he's even more shallow now than he was before. Lefty delivers. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 1 down.
This is where you really have to have the courage to throw your breaking pitch, even though it's in the dirt. Okay? You got to be able to throw it.
1-1 pitch way outside. Ooh, ball 2. There is somebody warming up in the Bishop Verot bullpen. Can't see, it's way down there, and there's no lights in that bullpen. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. 2-1. Boy, the drama's really picking up here.
It's 3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
Okay.
Now this is your pitcher swinging on. If it's there, you let it rip, and we got a tie ball game.
Verot pitch in the dirt. Ball 4. Bases jam. And coming up to the plate, Schwimmer. With 1 out.
Now, are you going to make that change, lefty on lefty, even though Schwimmer could be one of their top hitters? He's going to be tough to double up. So
I think this young man who's pitched 1 great ball game is going to be coming out of the game.
terrific game. I mean, he just kind of lost it in the last inning, but terrific game.
So we're full of Greyhounds, bases full of Greyhounds here. It's the bottom of the 7th. And to say that this is a do or die effort, they've got 2 outs left in their season, but they've got the bases jammed to win it all.
Yep, terrific. They're in great spots, you know, so we're going to see what happens now.
2-0 in favor of Bishop Verot. Nice job by this young man coming into the dugout now for Bishop Verot.
Patrick Burney did a
Boy,
great job.
Patrick pitched a great game for Bishop Verot, allowing 7 hits. Of course, all these runners on base are his responsibility.
Now, here's your chance. I mean, I'm thinking you throw that first pitch strike, we're swinging at it, we got a tie game.
Trying to think who the new pitcher is going to be, and Is that a single digit on his number? Nope, 12?
Well, first of all, we can't see. It's too dark. And then second of all, it's raining. So we're going to have to yell down.
Yeah, it's 12.
This is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting.
So that would be Thad Ward pitching. 12, yeah, that's Thad Ward.
Now he throws a lot
First baseman.
He throws a little harder than Bernie, and he's coming from the right side. See, this is going to be tough. I'm trying to put myself, what would I be doing in this situation? I think I'd be telling my guy, if I had confidence in him as a hitter, he throws that fastball in there, rip it, you know? But any type of breaking pitch, let's lay off it.
Bases jammed. Lincoln Park Academy has had their chances, there's no doubt, tonight.
And again, you know, we have a wet field out there, so anything can happen.
All right, so they're ready to go, and
this is going to be fun here.
Yep, big first baseman coming in to wrap things up for Bishop Verot. They are up 2-0. Will it stay that way? We won't have to wait long, that's for sure. But already the young pitcher is kicking mud off his spikes. You know, no matter what, you know, that quick dry, you almost needed more of the quick dry than they put on the mound, I think. Actually, your third base umpire
is going out there and saying you need a little bit more out there, right?
Well, I'm not sure. There's a conversation going on, and I'm not really sure what it is. But the umpire going back to his position. Of course, the home plate umpire coming back. And Schwimmer coming up to the plate.
Okay, here we go now.
Big play. Bases jammed. Full of Greyhounds. Lincoln Park trailing 2-0. It's in the dirt. Whoa.
Now, all of a sudden, Greg, here with a walk, then you move the winning run to second base.
1-0. The count. 1 out. Bases jammed. Swing and fouled off.
A little bit late on that. This guy looks like he's just rearing back and firing.
Boy, and he's totally different. I mean, that whole motion is so radically different.
Correct.
From the previous pitcher. 1-1 the count. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Ground ball over the pitcher's head.
Trouble.
Throw to first. Safe. Run scores.
As soon as it got past the pitcher, you know that was going to be a tough play. It was a close play at first, but I definitely think he was safe. Bishop Verot players are pretty unhappy about it, but now we got a 2-1 game, tying run on third, winning run on second.
Neal has grounded out 3 times tonight. 5-3, 4-3, and 6-3. So he's in every position in the infield.
Well, I take a fly ball to left now. Now wait a minute. This could be
consultation
interesting.
Between the
They're not
home plate umpire and the first base umpire.
No, they're not going to overturn this play. No, there's no way.
Bishop Verot's players are not happy.
But here's, Greg,
he was safe.
Greg, here's what you got to do. You got to forget about that immediately and go to the next play. You can't take what happened and bring it into the next play. If they're not ready to play, they're going to lose this game.
And your pitcher was the most upset, and of course he came from that first base position. He's been playing first base all night, so
they're still upset. They're still walking around
oh
the
yeah,
infield.
they're not happy at all.
They're still upset, and all this is doing is the Lincoln Park's favor. Now, look at this situation. They're playing the infield in. Look at the lead the runner at second base is going to have. He's going to have a 20 to 30-foot lead. He's going to score on anything and the game's over.
And Lincoln Park wins.
Yep.
Righty looking in. And his pitch in there. Strike one. 0-1. One down.
You're looking for one thing if you're Verot right now. You're looking for the strikeout. That runner will score on any hit to any field. Their right fielder is playing short second base.
The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt.
Strike two.
He swung though.
Yeah,
Yeah, he swung.
He swung in the dirt.
0-2.
All right, here's where you're going to have the courage. The pitch now is the breaking pitch in the dirt. Are you confident your catcher's going to block it if it's too far in the dirt here?
Wow. How about a wild pitch in this moment? 0-2 the count.
How about to see a base hit?
Yeah, really.
That would be nice. I know we're not supposed to be a homer, but we are.
And Neil is 0 for 3 tonight, so he'd love to see it too.
Wow, just got a
Foul
piece of
back.
that. Just got a piece. Now, he's swinging late. I got to move that center fielder over, and I got to move my right fielder over. He's definitely swinging late.
0-2 the count. Neil at the plate. Mejia's coming up next. Lincoln Park trying to rally here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Bishop Verot 2 outs away from advancing. The winner plays. Squeeze play. Throw home in time.
Here's the bad thing about the squeeze with the bases loaded. It's a force.
Yep.
It's a force, okay? That looked a little more like a safety squeeze to me, or the runner didn't get a good jump on that, because that was a pretty good bunt. But pitcher made a great play, and you could see it's so much easier being a force. Now, Verot can go back and play normal depth, okay? They just need the out.
Yep.
I mean, it was a good call. Just Verot made the play.
2-1 the score. Lincoln Park, bases loaded. Righty delivers outside. 1-0.
I was just wondering, again, was that a safety squeeze, or didn't get a real good jump on that? I don't know, Verot's kid made a great play off the mound.
Righty delivers in there. Strike one. 1-1.
There's your breaking pitch. Again, how far is he going to go with that? The pitch now is the fastball and then coming back with the breaking pitch.
Righty delivers 1-1 outside. Ball 2.
He's asking. Did they call it? No.
No.
2-1.
2-1.
But they asked, at least. If it gets to 3-1, that's going to be really interesting.
Bases full of Greyhounds. 2 outs here in the 7th. Ground ball to second. Throw to first. In time. And Bishop Verot holds off the Lincoln Park Greyhounds to advance into the FHSAA playoffs, the regional finals, by beating the Lincoln Park Greyhounds 2-1. Well, Coach, what do you think?
Well, first of all, it was a great game. Verot really shown in that last inning, getting those last 2 outs. But I got to give credit to Coach Waters and the Lincoln Park baseball team. As a baseball guy in this county, they represent our whole county, and they did it real well. I really thought they were undermanned a little bit, and they played them toe-to-toe and did a great job. Ball hit, like that bunt, a little more down the line.
Sure.
It's 2-2 game, and they have the bases loaded with 1 out. But tremendous ball game, tremendous pitching game on both sides.
And you look at a team like a Bishop Verot who's used to scoring
A ton of
7,
runs. Yeah.
10,
Yeah.
12. They scored 18 runs in one game. Yeah. And you realize, that this Lincoln Park team has done a magnificent job holding him down to just 2 runs. And, I guess the old cream rises to the top. It's an old saying, but Bishop Verot has been there before a lot, 30 times to be exact. and into the state tournament. In that shows, and good spirit on the part of Lincoln Park. They have had a great year. 15-11 on the year is what their final record would be. But this was a good ball game tonight.
Good. This is what it's all about. I mean, you see the sportsmanship with the two coaches out there right now. Very, very well played game. But you made a great point, Greg. The poise of Verot. They didn't panic in the last inning. They defended the squeeze.
They almost did it. That one close play at first.
Yeah, but you know what? I think they got upset at that play, but the mark of a good team is to put what they thought a bad call was or a close call was behind them and come out, field at the bunt, and then get the runner, then get the batter out with the bases loaded. So that was a great job. So we got game one of our back-to-back in.
There you go. And just a word for our radio listeners, and that is Martin County High School, who did not play tonight, will be playing tomorrow night. Well, maybe. That is if.
Maybe.
I mean, the Martin County field does not drain very well, and it's going to be very interesting to see. Hopefully they'll get that game in tomorrow night. Coach John is going to be with Mike Thomas on WSTU. So for Craig Jerome and his entire great crew from WLX, we have had a ball working with WLX all year. And, of course, John, you've been working with Mike Thomas, and we certainly appreciate it. It's been fun being with you.
Oh, I love it. And, maybe we'll get a game next week if somebody keeps winning.
You never know.
That's it.
You never know.
That's it.
And for everyone at WLX and for Cliff Desmond back at the barn at WPSL, thanks a million and good night from Lawnwood Complex. Bishop Verot moves on in the FHSAA playoffs, beating Lincoln Park 2-1. Good night, everybody.